Joining me now live, it's got to be the Backstreet Boys! Yeah!
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Brian, AJ, Howie, Kevin and Nick, otherwise known as the Backstreet Boys, live on the show this afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Downtown Radio in Northern Ireland. How are you?
We are doing
We are
good.
so good.
Thank you.
You're all good today, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. You're sounding bright and bubbly. Welcome to the radio show today. Guys, can I take you back, first of all, just to have a little bit of history with yourselves and take you right back to 1992. AJ, it all kicked off with you.
It did, actually, yes. I was the very first Backstreet Boy.
Uh-huh.
And then, short to follow, the following year was Howie and then Nick. And we had two other members that did not work out, thankfully. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the Backstreet Boys we are today. And we got Kevin. And then shortly after that, Kevin called up his cousin back in Kentucky, Mr. Brian Littrell. And the rest is history. 20 years later, here we are.
Good grief, 20 years later. And is it true Brian auditioned on the telephone?
No,
it's not. It's not true whatsoever.
No. A little bit of
talked to
history
his
I have.
cousin.
A little bit of history I have here that Brian did an audition down the telephone.
No.
Oh, gosh.
He came down to Orlando. I called him. That's the thing. I called him on the phone. Actually, I called his parents, my aunt and uncle, and I said, hey, I'm in this group. Got a lot of prospects. Got a lot of record labels already interested in us.
Yeah.
And we need another voice, and I wanted to see if Brian would be interested, but I wanted to talk to you guys first. And they're like, sounds really good. I called the high school. They pulled Brian out of his history class.
Yes. Yeah, my U.S. history class.
And they called him to the office. He got on the phone with me. We chatted about it, and then he's like, you know what? Can I talk to you when I get home? And I'm like, sure. And then we talked when he got home, and then a couple days later, he flew down to Florida, and that was 20 years ago.
And it's all been going strong for the last 20 years, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. We're very, very fortunate.
We've had a really lovely career.
Well, listen, the album Black and Blue was released in 2000, and then you guys took a 2-year break.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that.
Well, at that point, we had been on tour for roughly 9 years straight, so we kind of hit a bit of a wall at that point, and we needed some well-needed time off. I, myself, this is AJ, I had just gotten out of rehab for the very first time, and it was a nice break for me and for all of us. And it was also a really good time for some of the guys, Brian actually, to have a family.
Mm-hmm.
And for us to kind of just step outside of work for a couple of years and get back in the studio, but kind of with fresh ears and be inspired. And we went back in, and took us about a little over a year to make the Never Gone CD. A lot of people thought we actually broke up during that time, but we never actually broke up. To this day, we've never broken up. So this is not a comeback. We've never stopped.
We've had a couple fights, but we've never broken up.
Yes. Just like normal family or brothers, we've had a couple of fights, like what Howie said. But no, we've kept on going strong for the last 20 years.
Fantastic. And this is the first studio album in a while.
Yeah, well, this is the first studio album with all five of us in about 7 years.
In a world like this, tell us a little bit about that.
It's a brand new record that we're very proud to have made. Actually, it started about a year ago. We started actually in London. We came all together. We started the idea working with a producer-writer named Martin Terefe, who is known here, has a studio in Kinseltown, and worked on everybody from Jason Mraz to James Morrison.
Yeah.
And the direction kind of started off a little bit and more like the Americana, kind of like, folk, kind of pop rock sounding. And then little by little over time, we decided we wanted to make it a little bit more pop oriented. So we went back to the States and got back together again with Max Martin, who did our first single, In a World Like This, and some other writers and producers out of the States. And we're very proud of it. I mean, this is the first time that we've totally been in the driver's seat of making our record as we're on our own label now. And, I think we've put a body of work together that we can definitely show our fans our growth since the last record.
And listen, success has led to more success. You guys also have been awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yes,
this is correct.
That was a great honor.
What was the ceremony like for that?
Emotional.
It was emotional, yeah. It was really cool because when we were in the studio recording the song In a World Like This with Max, we have a lot of history with Max, and we told him that we were getting a star on the Walk of Fame. And he's like, really? I'd like to come. And I said, well, actually, we were wondering if you would actually present the star to us.
Wonderful.
And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, we'd love that if you would do that. And he's a bit of a recluse. He likes to just be in the studio, and he doesn't like to get his picture taken, and he doesn't like to make a lot of appearances out in public. He's just a very private person. And he said, well, what would that entail, me presenting you a star? And I'm like, well, basically you get up and you say a brief little speech. And he's like, oh, a speech, I don't know about that. And so he's like, well, tell me exactly how long I have to speak and let me think about it. And I'm like, okay. So we called him and said, you got to speak. You have like 2 to 3 minutes to speak. And he's like, okay, I can do that. So he presented us with our star, and it was pretty emotional. I mean, just to 20 years later, I mean, I don't think any of us thought that we'd end up with a star on the Walk of Fame. It's pretty special. It's nice company.
Oh, fantastic. Absolutely a great honour. And what about family life, guys, over the last 20 years?
We definitely have them now.
We do.
Yes, we have a boatload of kids between all of us.
Boatload.
I think we're going on 5 kids, as Kevin's wife is about to have her second.
Oh, congratulations, Kevin.
Nick, we don't know
That'll
if he
be
has any
6 kids, actually.
6.
4, 5.
Oh, 6.
Yes.
Yep, 8 is enough.
Howie has 2 boys. He just had another boy. AJ he and his wife just had a daughter. And Brian was the first to have a child, and his son Bailey is 10 now. And me and my wife are getting ready to have our second child.
Well, congratulations, guys.
So, thank you.
And you're going off on tour from the 13th of November in the UK, kicking off at the Manchester Arena.
There's definitely talks about it. We haven't solidified 100% the schedule, but we're definitely trying to get out here in the fall.
Okay.
If not, shortly after that, hopefully. But yeah, no, there's definitely been some talks. We've been talking with some of the promoters out here and trying to put a schedule together. And hopefully, if God willing, if it all works out, we'll definitely be doing that night. If not, like I say, shortly after that, we'll be back out here.
Yeah,
Definitely looking forward to it.
We're looking at November
Fantastic.
and December as tentative touring dates here in the UK and all over Europe as well.
Well, the big thing I have to ask you, which all of our listeners here in Northern Ireland will want to know, what about a Belfast gig?
We would love that.
We would love that.
Yes.
We'll definitely make sure
Right
we talk
answer.
to the promoters about
great
that.
Great city. We love that city.
Right answer. And all of the fans here in Belfast would love to see you back here, and I'm sure you will absolutely rock the house when you come back.
We will do our best.
Thanks.
You'll
Yeah, we'll
definitely
make
have
sure
to
we
do that.